My co-founder Brad grew up in Campobello Island, exposed to that salty sea air, and he heard a story about how coffee used to taste better when it came to the East Coast on wooden sailing ships. I've got a PhD in chemistry, and when I heard the story about the ocean air making coffee better, I wanted to see if I could recreate that historic taste using my scientific background. We obviously had to find a way to roast coffee. A coffee roaster is a pretty big investment, and we were just tinkering around in our garage, so we decided to build our own coffee roaster. After some experimentation, we finally cracked the recipe for how to infuse the coffee beans with ocean air. And when we tried that first sip of coffee, we knew we were onto something special. People loved it. We sold out week after week. We thought, maybe there's the basis of a really good business here, and perhaps this is something more than just a little scientific hobby looking at how ocean air interacts with coffee. When we decided to take Saltwinds beyond just a little side hustle at the market and to make it a full-scale business, we realized we would need quite a lot of capital investment. So we started to look around for help and assistance to help us launch our business. And that's where Ignite said they could help us out with some seed grants and some small loans so that we could purchase those first pieces of equipment and start producing coffee commercially. They helped to provide warm introductions to government agencies, for example, that we needed to get regulations from. They provide introductions to other investors and lenders who might be able to grow our business, and always a friendly smile and a word when we see them at events like the Garrison Night Market or at an in-store demo. I think if Ignite hadn't been there to offer us those first loans and grants, we might not have been able to start the business or ever take it beyond a little side hobby at the farmer's market. So to have someone to come in and help you jump over that first hurdle is what really unlocks all the other growth. If another entrepreneur who was thinking about starting a business here in Fredericton was going to ask me, how would you begin? I'd advise them to start with a quick conversation with Ignite. They know the landscape really well, they know the other players, and they can offer some really friendly guidance as to the best way to start your entrepreneurship journey.